First of all, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Now, on with the video. Hey guys, I'm your host Random Guy 12345, and have you ever wondered what will happen to One for All after the ultimate battle with All for One? As you might know, the goal of a One for All holder is to defeat All for One. So, without any further ado, let's jump into it with spoiler alerts. For a little bit of context, One for All is a transferable quirk that can be passed down from one user to the next. Its name comes from its nature being one quirk for all people. Long ago, All for One, a man with a quirk that allowed him to steal other quirks and give them away, forcibly gave his quirkless brother a quirk that allowed him to stockpile power within his body. However, unbeknownst to either one of them, the younger brother already had a quirk, with no other power than that it could be transferred to another person. The transference quirk and the power stockpiling quirk merged into one, and from then on became the power we know as One for All. A power born to defeat evil was born from evil itself. The quirk was then passed down to 9 users, with the 9th and current holder being Izuku Midoriya. Now, with the current events in the manga, we have gotten development on All for One, and we got a grim reminder that All for One is still evil incarnate. The ultimate battle has always been a particularly important part of theories, but there's always one part that we all miss. That part being Deku's personality. Deku is caring and emotional, never hesitating to help or rescue someone in danger, even if he knows that he's not strong enough or he's not even as qualified enough to do it. His personality sure is great, but because of this, he hesitates while trying to defeat a villain, as he believes that there's still some good left in them, and thus shows pity. As mentioned before, All for One has shown that he does not care for people like Shigaraki as well, even though he raised him like his own flesh and blood. Now, you must keep in mind that All for One wants to take One for All for himself, not only because of the power that it holds, but the potential to unlock the previous quirks. Now, the quirks that have been unlocked, though not strong by themselves, they have been amplified with the power stockpiling quirk of One for All's nature. All we can speculate before is that sometime in the future, Deku will have to fight All for One, either alone or with the help of his friends. Now, this might be Bakugo as well, because he has knowledge of One for All. Now, in the ultimate battle, Deku will finally defeat All for One, because the story demands that. And Deku's quirk, One for All, demands that. The heart of this theory comes after the battle though. After One for All defeats All for One, Deku will decide to destroy One for All as well, because he shows pity towards All for One and kills him along with the vestiges which have AFO's younger brother together. Almost poetic, even though both are so vastly different, both meet the same fate. Now, to mention something, all the previous One for All users have been killed by All for One, and this might bring a moment of retribution, if any, to All for One's cruel and power-hungry nature. If this happens, this will be a moment of great development, as it shows that, as Deku believes, there is still some good personality inside even the most villainous person that they can change. So, All for One and his younger brother have one last conversation and truly get laid to rest, thus concluding an era and finally laying to rest the souls of the previous One for All users and the memories of the previous generations. Now, the reason One for All will die is because of the purpose of One for All will have been fulfilled, as All for One would have been defeated. Now, this may seem random, but Deku's mom has a major part in this era for one. Inko Midoriya has always been worried about Deku's health, mostly physically. One for All cursed quirk. Consider this as Deku never wanting his mother to worry about him ever again. Deku has experienced it firsthand, and obviously he would not want anyone to suffer the same fate. Therefore, he would hold on to One for All and destroy it from the inside after having a final conversation with all the previous One for All users, excluding All Might, that is, if he doesn't die. The next era would hold real potential, but One for All will have to be a part of that past era. So, what do you guys think about this theory? I think it's pretty plausible that this might happen, but it's all up to speculation for now. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. So, stay home, stay safe, and remember, go beyond plus ultra.